はい、赤坊主です。やっていきましょう。ペリカンズとです。よっしゃ。
Hey, this is Ernie Johnson, 2K
やっていこ
Sports. Shaquille O'Neal is with me.
う。レイ
Thank you
お
all.
じさんが帰ってきました。これは
Our
大きい
game
で
tonight
す。
featuring the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the Portland Trailblazers. The fans and coaching staff have been very pleased with the way Portland's been playing. They must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won
こ
more
れ
than
は
their share
大
of
きいです。
games.
レイおじさんが帰ってきたよ。あの穏やかな笑顔が。さあ見せてくれ。
Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Trailblazers come into town for this one. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome everyone.
Okay, go.
This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Right now the Pelicans are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their own fans. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
You know, right now for the Pelicans, I tell you what, they've come out of the gates quite impressively here. It's a bit of a surprise considering how they played a year ago.
And if they keep playing like this, I think they've got a chance to make some serious noise in the playoffs. They've got to be very encouraged.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, they've got Gortat. Derrick Rose is out there with Allen. Then there's Nene. And it's Parsons in at the 3 slot.
Another finish at the bottom of the division for the Pelicans last year, but they showed that they're working towards something, and I think they can be a playoff team in the coming years.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Rose against Paul. Young outside. Beal with it. Averaging 6 points per contest. Lopez kicks to Beal. Nice shot from the wing.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here's Rose. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio. Good on the shot.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, it took some time. This was not an easy win, but mark it down in the W column.
Yeah, and it was impressive, Steve, the way they handled their business in the overtime. I mean, they had a lot left in the tank.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. They sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Tristan Thompson, a really nice hustle player and defender. Chance to be a double-double guy, but you know, as a former number 4 pick overall, I think expectations were probably a little too high for him. But he's turned into a very solid NBA player.
And here is Paul following the 3 from Ray Allen. Thompson, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Rose kicks to Allen. Back to Rose. And the pass to Gortat. Shoots a fader. Hits some rim on the way again, and the bucket's good.
And Thompson, with really good length and athleticism, I still think he's developing his footwork and craftiness inside as far as understanding how to create angles to get his shot off. But he's young, and there's plenty of time, and he's shown plenty of promise.
Here's Beal after marching Gortat's bucket. Just 4 to shoot. Thompson with the bucket.
Didn't that one play out smoothly?
Trailblazers leading by 3. Rose kicks to Allen. No good on the triple. Thompson made progress on his mid-range jump shot in year 2. Then last season, Steve, he switched his shooting hand entirely.
And, you know, pretty impressive results for year 1 of the experiment. I mean, that's where you never know. He could become a much better shooter over time with that right hand. We'll see.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Portland also making some changes. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Gortat. Brewer comes in for Nene. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Ray Allen. Now here's Rose. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet for him. That's good.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. Here's Sessions. And the shot is good.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Now here's Brewer. He had 10 points in the win against San Antonio. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Brewer's got his first basket. Pelicans trail by 3.
レイおじさんの復帰もでかいけど、でもその間にコーリー使えるっていうのが分かったっていうのもそれもでかい。ということは今が最強ということ。マイナスやろう。出たね。うわ。
Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. The Pelicans have shot 2 free throws and they're 1 of 2 so far. No good on that one. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Baines is checked in. Good on the second free throw. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brewer. Drops in the layup for 2.
いい動き。
The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Rockets in Houston.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
With 1 on the clock, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works. Go.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Jeremy Lin, really an attack guard. Quick and aggressive, always looking to penetrate and get into the paint.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Find him out there with Jeremy Lin. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Hawes in at the 4 slot. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Lin.
Knows how
to orchestrate from the wing. The top passing small forwards in the NBA during the past 10 games. Angela Parsons, 3rd in assists and a great leader. And of course, Corey Brewer, he shows up in that same conversation.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. I mean, very unselfish guys at a position that sometimes puts more of an emphasis on individual play.
Most of those guys can take matters into their own hands if they need to. But like you pointed out, Steve, that's not their MO. That's not how they want to roll. They want all 5 players on the floor to be involved in the offense, and that's what they want to facilitate.
And he gets the bucket.
And Lin has really become an explosive athlete. He's put in a lot of work during the offseason to develop his strength and acceleration on a different level now than he entered the league out of Harvard, for sure.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Thompson passes to Paul. There's the dish to Beal. New Orleans moving the ball around. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And for Lin, like a lot of slashers, Steve, turnovers have been an issue.
Yeah, that aggressiveness can work against him where, you know, sometimes he over-penetrates. He's watching a lot of film, trying to learn that balance of when to pass and when to take it all the way to the rim.
Here's Allen, and he gets it to go. Allen's got 8 points.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Now it's sent it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there is no question that Chris Paul has been a leader wherever he's gone. He demands a lot from his teammates, but they respect his passion. Paul has no time for anyone who feels they don't need to work. He doesn't like guys who take things for granted. Certainly not someone to rest on his laurels, gentlemen.
Holding everyone accountable to us. Thanks.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Lopez dishes to Paul. There's the lob to the hoop.
危ねえ。
Oh, and they
あ
get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play
あ。危ね
defensively.
え。見せて見せて。
Lynn against Beal. Outside,
あれ
Lynn.
なんかこのおかしい。
6 to shoot.
買いに行こ
The jump hook.
I
No
got-
good off the front iron. Pelicans trail by 4.
You can look at a number of areas where the Blazers improved last season. Really an outstanding year all the way around, but one area they still had trouble with was their depth. That's an area they'll look to shore up going forward.
Here's
う。あれ
Lopez. Portland grabs the miss.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Allen for the 3.
Oh,
The basket good off the assist from
よ
Lynn.
しよしよし。でかいわ。でかいわ、この人の存在っていうのは。
Steve Depp, definitely something
I'm gonna
Portland
commit it.
didn't feel comfortable with
Leigh
last
Oji-san.
year. Last in the league in bench minutes played.
And by a wide margin. And not surprisingly, when they were also last in bench scoring. Hard to tell which caused the other, but certainly they didn't feel as comfortable as they could have, with heavy minutes from their reserves.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Marvin Williams is checked in for Lopez. Trevor Booker comes in for Tristan Thompson. Matt Barnes is checked in for Nick Young. And it's Mayo in for Bradley
う
Beal.
わうわ
Good on
う
that
ん
shot,
入
and
るのか
with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Marvin Williams. Ball against Rose. Dishes it to
あ、危ね
Hawes. Pulls it up. Hits the close-range jumper. Hawes got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Here's Brewer. And another
よ
three for
し
Portland.
よ
And their
し
field goal
でかい
percentage
ぞ今のは
continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
That's good.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Trailblazers leading by 8. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Rose. And again, is Portland converting.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Paul. 9 points last game. The kick out to
う
Mayo.
わなるほどな
A three-pointer, no good.
あれはすごい
Left side Parsons. Stolen.
あ
Launches the 3 and released it in time, but and so that's the end of the first half.
はい前半終了です後半に続きます
They finish off the second.